from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in week 14. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 41, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd and a yard, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And they'll get this down to the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. The quick slant caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Rowasser's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Coming left, it's Hillman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hillman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll try again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? This is Hillman on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. A short kick taken at the 18. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Darrington Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 5. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Mahomes firing complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it down to the 32.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Hillman. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 68 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Now it's Hillman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darrington Evans, as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And going deep for Hill. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there just before halftime. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot in the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape.
That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And got his man complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play that time for the Titans.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, but frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. They go to Hillman on the screen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Anthony Schwartz, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On play action, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it's a 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
42, Chiefs 16. Bradley Pinion sets their kickoff.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. 30. 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Titans. They'll run on first down. Hillman. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 89 yards on the ground for him so far.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Hillman. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll bite, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Mahomes, got to have this one. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Titans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Titans. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about it getting it done? Proud of it. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and through, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Tennessee, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.